Okay, y'all, at 6 p.m. Eastern, Friday night on Countdown to Christmas, aka the Hallmark Channel, a 90s Christmas premiered. Now, I'm gonna do something I don't think I've ever done. I just stepped on my earring back. Here it is. I'm actually gonna give this movie an 8.5. I thought this was the best movie out of the entire weekend. And you're gonna see why I scored this. I thought this had the nostalgia. I thought this was the best that Chandler Massey has looked. Like, he looked like a totally different person with this haircut. Always adorable, but even cuter this way. Like, towards the end of it, when they do like a flashback of their lives now, I literally start to tear up. I really enjoyed this. And I feel like it's not quite at a 9 where it'll be added into like my Forever Christmas collection. But baby, it does deserve this 8.5. I have to make an exception. I thought it was the best movie of the weekend. And of course, Hallmark screwed up with the programming by making it, it's on Friday night at 6 p.m. So obviously I DVR, so I did catch the movie. But I just was like, this was the best that Hallmark could do. Hold on, this earring back thing is gonna kill me. Where did it go? Is it under my foot? Oh, here it goes. Woo, child. You don't know how blessed and highly favored you are until you find your clear earring back. Okay, we'll just put that to the side. I will deal with this later. This is what happens, y'all. I'm a real person. I got tired of stepping on that thing. Anyway. So let's get into the premise. So this movie stars Eva Bourne, Chandler Massey. I think I just mentioned that. Give me 1 second because I really feel like I need my other earring. Okay, y'all, I'm back and I got my earrings in. A bamboo earrings, at least 2 pairs. Yes, I have more. Anyway, premise of the movie. So Lucy is a lawyer in Chicago, and she, on the very first night that we meet her, she's just made partner at her firm. She just received the partner letter, which will become essential in the movie. And she goes across the street. She has no one to celebrate being partner with. So she goes across the street to like a diner and she orders some pancakes and decides, okay, I'm going to celebrate by myself. As she's in there, she bumps into Matt, played by Chandler Massey, and he comes up to her and he's like, hey, we grew up together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. Like, how are you? She's like, I'm good. He's saying that he's going through a divorce. Turns out I think she's a divorce lawyer. And, they have like an awkward meet cute or re-meet cute. And, that's pretty much it. He leaves her. He moves on. He goes on with his life. Next thing you know, her waitress sits down and she literally says, hey, what are you doing with your life? This is a momentous time in your life and you have no one to celebrate it with. You have nothing to show except for this accomplishment. And so at first, Lucy's kind of thrown off, like, why is the waiter like behaving in such a strange way? Then when Lucy gets ready to leave the diner, basically she catches a cab, and it's the same waitress I think her name is Grace, that is also the cab driver. So Lucy's wish is to just go home. So Grace drops her off at her childhood home where her mom and her sister live. Now, if you recognize Lucy's sister, the actress that plays Alexa, aka Lucy's sister, is also the same actress that plays young Kat in the wonderful, brilliantly written and acted Hallmark original series, The Way Home, which, by the way, they're trying to keep it from us by putting it on Hallmark Plus in January, and those of us who don't have Hallmark Plus won't see it till the fall, but I don't want to. Anyway, it was good to see, I think her name is Alex Hook. It was good to see you. Megan and I love the surprise of seeing you in this movie, and we just thought you did a phenomenal job playing Lucy's little sister. So anyway, it turns out that when Lucy gets to her childhood home, she figures out, she gets home, gets back into her childhood room, goes to sleep, wakes up in the morning, and baby, she's in the 90s. okay? She's in the 90s. It's now been 20 years. She goes 20 years back in time. She's in the 90s. She's in her old room. At first, she can't make sense of any of it. She just thinks someone's playing a joke on her. And then she realizes she has traveled back in time. First person she tells is her best friend who believes in time travel. Chandler Massey loves starring in these time travel movies because I was first introduced to him in a Next Stop Christmas. And I love that movie. And it had that Back to the Future feel. But anywho, so she tells her best friend's like, tell me something about the future so that I know what you're saying to me is true. So she tells her something about their lives, that they're not really friends anymore. And that really hurts her best friend. She's like, I can't imagine a day not being your friend. And so, as Lucy is telling her best friend this, she still has her offer letter for making partner in her hands. And so every time she tells someone something about the future or tries to change something about the past, more words are deleted off of the page. So now she's back to being 19, but she's still got the mind of her 40-something-year self. And she's just like, what am I going to do? Well, what's she going to do? She's going to hang out with her best friend, Matt. Well, her best male friend, Matt. And she's going to realize she still has a crush on him and they really should have gotten together. She should have taken that chance and clung to him. And maybe this is why she has traveled back in time. Lucy tries desperately to figure out what she's supposed to learn from this experience, because if she can't change anything, then what's the purpose of going back in time? Finally, Lucy decides that she wants to spend the rest of her life with Matt. And whatever it takes, even if she has to change the past, she's going to do it because this love is worth it. So baby, she chooses Matt this time around, and then they do this clip of their lives together. Getting married, having a child. She still makes partner, but she doesn't do family law. She does like a different type of law. And how wonderful their life is. And baby, they had me tearing up. And this is why I gave this movie like an 8.5. I thought it was just brilliantly done, well acted. I just thought it was, to me, this was the best movie of Merry Thanksgiving weekend. I could have not watched any of the others and just watched this and been completely satisfied. Shout out to Eva and Chandler. You guys did a great job. I personally think for people that tuned in, you kind of saved Merry Thanksgiving weekend because it was a lot of blah. And for those of you that are still watching, you'll see why I scored the way I scored, why I had to give this an 8.5, because I'm handing out some 8s, but they're literally for movies that I would never watch again, but they were done. Like, it wasn't painful to watch. Okay, next review.